Hello and welcome to my 6th video of 2021, all you need to know about Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance right now. There's been some very exciting news that just came out, so I'm going to dive right into it and give you some extra perspective from a game developer. If you guys end up liking this video, please like and subscribe to help me make more good content for you. So let's jump right into it. For those unaware, Dark Alliance is a Dungeons & Dragons themed co-op action RPG where you and up to 3 other friends can take hold of the 4 legendary heroes who make up the group Companions of the Hall. Your task is to fight off the monsters that are invading Icewind Dale, who are after a dangerous relic. The game takes place right after the Dungeons & Dragons novel, The Crystal Shard. Did you see I just kind of like looked at the title there because I forgot the title? Yeah, we'll continue. The characters to select from are Drizzt as a rogue class, Bruenor Battlehammer as a warrior class, wulfgar as a barbarian DPS tank hybrid class, and cattie brie as a ranger class. Each character will have a strong attack, a light attack, a dodge, 2 skill slots where you can plug in 2 of 6 skills that you unlock while leveling up, and an ultimate ability that gains charge when you kill enemies. On top of that, what Jeff Haddam said, founder of Tuque Games, was that there's also the emergent combat system, end quote, that adds special bonuses to certain combat interactions. For example, holding light attack or attacking while moving in a certain direction. He also said that you don't necessarily need to memorize button presses, you just go with the flow and it's gonna feel cool. I don't think he said it exactly like that, but you know, I want it to feel cool. So it sounds like they wanted to take actions that players were already taking and spice them up and make them more interesting, which is always awesome. The first example that I thought of just right off the bat was if you're playing as cattie brie, the ranger class, and let's say you're kiting, you're moving backwards and shooting forwards. There could be a unique attack for a ranger for that. Stuff like that, which is just, I'm interested to see what they have in store. Playing through the game, you'll have a challenge rating of 1 through 6. As you increase the challenge rating, similar to world tiers from Outriders or Destiny, the enemies get more difficult, but the loot drops get better. At launch, the game is slated to have 21 main missions, which seem to have some side quests that you could do during the missions, and there is already evidence of expansion packs as seen on the pre-order page. The game will have you grinding to the max level of 20, very D&D-like. And at levels 10, 15, and 20, you'll unlock the 3 endgame dungeons, which the game dev said this is the endgame content. This is where you'll see the endgame bosses. So I'm super excited to see what kind of challenges they have in store for us. My favorite part of the reveal, hands down so far, is the checkpoint short rest system. So when players stumble upon a checkpoint, they can choose whether or not to take a short rest. If they take the short rest, they'll get their consumables back, they'll probably heal, but the enemies that they have slain will respawn. But if you don't take a short rest, you have a higher chance for better loot. But if your team wipes, you'll be sent pretty far back. Now, I love the sound of the system because it does a lot of cool things. Number 1, players who are struggling to progress through the game will be able to progress through the game by taking short rests. Number 2, players who are having an easy time can get rewarded for doing well in getting higher loot drops. And number 3, when you're grinding for some epic loot at the end of the game, you'll be able to increase the risk but also increase the reward. It's honestly a great system. It affects 3 different groups of players in 3 different scenarios. It just seems like a smart ad, and I'm super excited to play around with it. Speaking of drops, it seems fairly standard overall. When you kill enemies, you can get drops. The drops might be good, they might be bad, it's RNG. However, on top of that, we're going to be looking at set bonuses. So if you have multiple gear pieces in the same set, you'll get some set bonuses, stuff like necrotic damage, etc. There's an endless world of things that you can get here. A nice feature that goes alongside this is that you'll be getting resources each time you complete a run, and you can use those resources to upgrade your gear. And this works twofold in that if you are having a dry spell and not really getting any good loot drops, you can upgrade the gear you currently have so you can keep up with the difficulty. Or if you really like the set bonus you get from a certain set of gear, you can upgrade that gear so that it carries through until you finally decide to drop it for something else. Word on the street is there'll be a good amount of class customization. However, there aren't really any details known yet about that. You can be sure I'll update you when I learn about them, so just keep in tune for that. The game is slated to release on June 22nd this summer, and I am super hyped for it. For $40, you can pre-order the game and get the Beholder weapon set, or if you're really sure that you're interested, for $60 you can pre-order, get the Beholder weapon set, get the Lich weapon set, and get the first expansion of the game. I don't know about you, but I am super excited to try this out. I love Dungeons & Dragons, I love the world, I love the stuff. I will definitely be keeping an eye out on the news as this game develops, and you can be sure I'll be bringing you all that news. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe. I'm also starting a Discord, so you can connect with me there. A link to my Discord and Twitter will be in the description, so be sure to check that out. And remember, happy gaming.